to Flint After Dark, Flint, Michigan's #1 online podcast show. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Speak for the streets, ENT. Make sure that you follow the homie Terrence Sales on Facebook at Terrence Sales. And make sure that y'all stay locked into the #1 podcast in Flint, Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets, baby. Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets. Flint After Dark.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I'm from Flint, F-L-I-N-T. Fight like it's no tomorrow, motherfucker.
Hey, let this shit ride,
On who? On me. My affirmations of a real bitch. You on your shit. You on your shit. You the one. Ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Okay. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air season. Cause I gotta hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Say I'm enough.
That girl dude got manicured up. Only one. Only one. On the big toe. Only. I thought you supposed to have all four, all five on there. Woo! Oh my God! That girl.
Fooling.
Bone girls. I mean, you gonna...
You're laughing at me.
Ain't no people that big.
R.L. Fooling. R.L. Mitchell.
You gonna break your foot off in a man's ass. I thought they was. Y'all be for real with somebody. I'll break my foot off in your ass. Y'all ain't playing.
With that being said, we got A10 Media's on Wyntis Hall. Well,
What's up, Snow?
I knew you was gonna get a kick out of that one.
Man, Ariel, we got to get him back in here soon.
Yeah, man. What's going on, huh?
Nothing, just chilling. It's raining, and I was at home just chilling, waiting on the video. Went to church.
Hey,
today.
go
to church today.
Yeah, we're gonna let her cook tonight.
Well,
We're gonna let her cook. We're gonna let her cook.
I don't know what's gonna come out your mouth. I've never been interviewed before, so it is what it is.
Well, we're gonna start out slow. We're in the fast at the end.
Okay.
But how long you been a podcaster, man? How long you been doing this time?
22, probably in 2022.
2022.
Yeah, like the end of.
Oh, you fairly new to the game.
Real new. Yeah.
Okay.
I kept asking everybody when nobody gave me a chance.
Right.
They slept on me.
Right. Oh, okay.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, hey, chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, chat. Hey, Kamala Buford, Miss Tia Harris, Carla, whatever, Lil Mama, who else we got? No Name, Sherman Davis, Unapologetic IB Keys, Keisha Denise.
Neil, sometimes you gotta pop up.
Your homie T from the D.
What's up,
Book of Revelation.
How you doing, everybody?
704 Charlotte Bound News and Sports. All right, then.
Checking in, Shirley.
Deborah Luna.
Hey.
Fly City. Was that Fly City Blackout? What up? What up? What up, man? You good? Hey, let's get back on this, right? So,
Darnell, the only difference I like. I seen the other one today, but you the only one I like.
right. So, by you being a podcaster / journalist, is it a job or a passion?
It's a passion because at a job you get paid. I make it at a job you get paid.
Hey, Mickey, she throwing pop shots, man. Okay, it's a passion, yeah, but yeah, it's a passion for me too. Cause I don't get a goddamn dime for doing this.
Right.
So what neighborhood you grew up in? Like what high school you went to? Stuff like that.
I'm a Knight. I'm a Southwestern Academy Knight.
Okay.
Don't be laughing. I grew up in the 6th Ward, northwest side of Flint, right around the corner from Northern, but my mother would not let me go there. So I had to get on a bus and go way out to Southwestern. And I went there from the 7th to the 12th grade. My first year there is when they merged Southwestern and Flint Academy. So, and I graduated.
Oh, okay. Well, Flint Academy. I remember that.
Yep. So
yeah, when they merged them.
I forgot.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kawana? I got Kawana Mack in the house. What's up, Kawana?
Hello, everybody.
You said what's up, Wyntis? Okay. So I get my little handy dandy notebook out. Okay. So what give me your overall outlook of the great city of Flint. Give me your outlook. What you man, what you expect out of the city, how you feel about the city. Not city council, it's the city.
The city. I think Flint has produced a lot of good talent. Flint is great, in my opinion. If Flint wasn't great, I wouldn't be fighting every day to make it great again. You got to be here. You got to have at least touched the soil to really understand how great Flint is, in my opinion. You may not see it all the time from the outside looking in. You may not understand why we do this every day. And I want to see Flint like it used to be. Like I know it can never be like it was, but I just want to see people to be able to be self-sustainable. At least let the children have a chance. It saddens my heart to go around the city of Flint and you got children walking to the bus stop in the mornings and they got to walk past mattresses, toilets, bathtubs, just sitting out like in the front yard. Some street corners don't even have lights. And for a child that got to grow up and stuff like that, it's depressing, and they need to know like this, don't let your condition define you. It's more out there. You can be a change. And like Pac said, I may not be the one to change the world, but maybe I could spark somebody else that will be able to change the world. And so I want to see Flint back like it used to be.
Right. Not to mention all the rodents and stuff, man. You got them groundhogs. I seen a turkey brother the other day on Austin Street. Man, it's like it's vegetation over there on between ML King and Saginaw Street. That side of the first ward, man, it's horrible over there. It's like terror dome that came through there. But like you said, praying for the city though. We're gonna have to. It will never be the same, but we're gonna have to do better. Mm-hmm.
Hey James Cochran, that's my little brother. He said this is a real show.
Yes, yeah. What's up, JC? Hey, look, right. So, what's your thoughts, right, on us getting messed up out of all them ARPA funds and getting screwed, getting them crumbs for the water crisis settlement that we might not never get? What's your thoughts on the ARPA funds and the water crisis situation? The lawsuit side of the water crisis situation.
Well, the ARPA funds, that's just a mess. Like, I don't even know how to answer it because I don't know how much money we have left. And I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for a council person, somebody to just let us know something. Like, we deserve to know if it's going to be money available out there to help us. Where is it? You know, because I'm finding out now the money that was allocated didn't go to certain programs. So how do we know where to go and get help at? So to me, we need to really put pressure on the people in City Hall to tell us something. It should be a ledger online. They got everything else online. It should be a ledger online that tells us this is how much money we had in this category. These are the programs and the 501c3s or the people that received the money, and this is how much they got to date. Has it been allocated? If so, when? And then they should bring it back for an update. Because what happened if they don't spend the money? You know, we're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. What happened if they died? It was just a one person. You know, what happens to that money? You know, where's the interest on this ARPA money? So it's a lot of questions that could be asked, just like the second part of the questions, the water settlement money. Do I believe we're gonna ever see that money? No. Where's the interest? You know, the lawyers have gotten paid, the residents have not. You know, they put so many stipulations and qualifications on stuff. The only thing you need to show is your driver's license. Let's say City of Flint. That's it. No questions asked. One of the 9 wards, you live there, you should be receiving some ARPA money. Well, not ARPA money, but the water settlement money. Again, you have your mayor who knows that some money is about to be released. I believe to the people that, the families of the people that have passed away from Legionnaires. You know, he's doing campaign ploys saying, you know, the money is, I want the money to be released, blah, 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 blah. You already know it's about to be released. But don't just do it because you know it's a little bit and you need that little clip for your campaign commercial, okay? Be sincere. Help the people. If you really want to win next time, help the people. You still may not win next time, but help the people. They have forgotten that the people should be first. You got to keep the people first in everything you do. I get asked at least twice a week, no lie. Wyntis, you think we're going to get some water settlement money? No. You don't? No.
No, it don't look like it.
So that's how I feel.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you this question, right? But then I don't want you to answer it until after I play this clip. So what's your thoughts on the supposedly fabulous foe and the fucked up foe? Hold on a second. Now this coming from a judge.
The Flint City Council is perhaps the most dysfunctional government unit anybody has ever seen. It is an absolute disgrace the way that these councilmen and councilwomen treat each other. It is a disgrace the way that the president of the city council treats the members of the public. The members of the judiciary, the state judiciary, are elected members who are intricately intertwined with the other political officers within the city. And therefore, this court cannot permit such a dysfunctional family, the Flint City government, in deciding the rights of not only Mr. Mays, but all the voters of the 10th ward, of First Ward.
What's your thoughts on that?
So you want my thoughts on
on the split. You know what I mean? The great city council we have. You know, we got the fabulous four and the fucked up four. What's your thoughts on that? Because to me, it's the terrible eight. That's just my opinion. What's your opinion on?
It's
You hear
just
what the judge said?
It's 8 council people. That's all I
Right.
see. 8 council people. Only God can judge me.
See?
So you got 8 people there. Are they really all bad? You know, are these 4 really all bad? Are these 4 really all good? No. I say it all the time. I see 8 people. And I see 8 people that don't get along. I see 8 people that don't put the residents first. I see 8 people that don't put the best interest of the city as their main focus. I see 8 people that just, it's a show. Then we're going to have 9 people that those 8 people ain't going to get along with, because they all supposed to be one. And, you know, they say, oh, well, judge me individually, judge me on what I do. No, y'all all supposed to work together. So I see 8 people that have forgotten to put the residents first. That's what I see.
Okay. So look, right. So how do you feel when people say, hey, when on media is messy and I'd have heard like they wouldn't have content if it weren't for city council. How do you feel when you hear that? Because I know you didn't heard it before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the truth hurts. That's what I say. Yeah, of course you're messy. When you're talking about them, oh, yeah, you're going to be messy. And, of course, I'll throw some shade and will and do and probably will tonight if I haven't already. But I'm just saying, that's their opinion. They don't have to watch. And that kills me right there, because ain't nobody in the car, nobody ain't gonna tell you what you done said word for word with the comment and the question mark at the end. Okay. So you watching. I know you watching. Hit the like and share button if you watch tonight.
So does it piss you off or make you mad, or you just it is what it is?
It used to. When I first started, I can tell the growth of myself. Tia Harris, that's on here, she has pulled me to the side several times. And I used to think that I had to chase down each rumor. I had to chase down each person that was talking about me. I had to pop back off. I had to say something, you know, I had to be heard. Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't have to do that, because now I've gotten to the point where it is what it is. Your opinion of me doesn't define me. You're not adding value to my life. You're not taking away nothing. So I don't care what anybody thinks about me. If you don't like what I say, you don't have to watch. And what was the second part?
My bad. Hey, look, right. I got we finna start getting petty in a minute, right? So look, or messy, whatever people prefer to say. But right, you remember? I don't know if you remember this. This is when I was mad at you, Uncle Carl, because y'all remember found out I was a Republican. You remember that? You played the clip. Hold on. I already be cracking up about it. Hold on.
All right.
Say my name, hi haters.
Posted the water this morning on Flint Politics Reboot, and it's still coming out brown.
I got I think that's Jon Snow.
Where?
That's Politics After Dark. What is it?
We don't
Flint
have,
at Dark.
yeah, we don't have other people on here.
Well, I ain't advertising because I just got something to say to him. I just found out he's a Republican. And I want to know what the Republican Party do for you.
Yeah, Republican.
Yeah. What did the Republican Party do for you? It only benefited the rich. It only benefited the rich. I mean,
maybe he rich.
I don't know what he is, but one thing I do know is he ain't benefit us, period.
Say my.
Hey, you're clown me, man. But I
don't remember
that shit was funny, man. I thought that shit was amusing though. That was very amusing. Unc was like, that was funny. No.
I don't remember. I don't know what I said.
Right. Okay. We finna get into this shit in a minute. Okay, I'm just trying to get the formalities out the way.
Hey, Sister Taliba. Hey, T from the D, Uncle Carl. Let's say hi to y'all.
Okay, I'm back. Trevor, right?
Yes, Trevor.
Describe. I like Trevor too, by the way. Describe Trevor Berry Hill as a friend, and then describe him as a fellow A1O Media staff member.
I can't describe him as a staff member because he's my friend, and Trevor is family. It's no other way to put it. He is a complete asshole at sometimes, and I'm positive he calls me that too at times. But it's nothing. If I told Trevor I needed him, Trevor will be trying to get his way to Flint, Michigan right now. There's no doubt in my mind. He is sincere. He means what he says. He's not going to sugarcoat anything for anybody. If you don't want to hear the truth, then you should not ask Trevor, because Trevor's definitely going to tell you what he feels. And that's it. Trevor is my brother, and I'm going to stand up for him regardless.
Did you hear me?
I ain't hear nothing.
You couldn't hear me? Oh, okay. I said, how did you feel when they put the rumor out and they said Trevor was a racist, and then they were saying that y'all was using him because he was a white boy? How did you feel about that?
Well, I knew it wasn't true, so it didn't really bother me. He knew it wasn't true about us using him, so it didn't bother him at all either. Like, we all pay the bills together up here, me, him, and Mickey. Me, him, and Mickey have kept A10 afloat with the help of our viewers. You know, and sometimes when that money wasn't coming in, me, Mickey, and Trevor. That's all it's ever been. So,
right, absolutely.
When they called him a white supremacist, a racist, that bothered Trevor. That bothered him a lot. I told him, to look over, and he was like, no, I can't, because, I don't want people to view me like that. Now, does he care what people, just say about him on a regular? No, but that really bothered him. He's not like that. So I could understand why. That's a bad label to put on somebody. And he was upset about that. But Trevor got over it, and Trevor came out swinging. So that's Trevor.
Yeah, I hear you with. Yeah. So can you describe Mickey Jordan, the producer, and describe Mickey Jordan as the friend?
Mickey Jordan is, again, that's my friend and brother, producer, all in one. I can't separate them. He can't either. Mickey is Mickey. Again, me and Mickey fight probably 6 out of 7 days out the week. We usually have 1 or 2 big arguments, probably twice a month. Sometimes they be on air. Sometimes we don't talk for a day. It's been so bad before where his girlfriend has called me and said, "Can you talk to Mickey, because he's giving us hell here at the house." But we like that. We like brother and sister. And I mean, A10, the bump, without me and Mickey, like, I bounce off of him. He bounces off of me. And we go together. like, I don't know, fries and ketchup.
Right. Okay. I want you to elaborate off of this clip right here. Explain to me what's going on right here. Hold on a second.
I didn't want to.
Don't laugh at my cartoon either.
I didn't want to see it. It was just sent to me. Then she said, well, send me everything y'all got. And if anybody wants to see it, I'll send it to you. You broke the law. In case she don't know the laws that she broke, MCL 750.145 and MCL 750.213. Any of my personal business has nothing to do with the city of Flint. Snake bite burns.
Elaborate off that clip.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say because I know I know somebody's tired of hearing about that. They're staring right at me right now.
Right.
Well, it was disappointing to me because I mean, you had two consensual adults that had private a text message, Cash App relationship. I don't know what you want to call it.
Cash Out Gate.
Cash App Gate. I'm sorry. This is the last time I'm telling the story, okay? And you can take that down. I don't want to see that. That's making me lose my train of thought. Let me look at this one here, not that right there. And I think, you know, you want to step outside?
Take your time.
It's not you, it's him. It was just weird to see. I'm from Flint. You know what I'm saying? In the era I grew up in, I'm not used to sensitive men. I'm not used to men being caught up in their emotions. And I'm definitely not used to a nigga that kiss and tell, even though he ain't never kissed me. You know what I'm saying? Kiss and tell could be like just talking and then taking, you know, stuff back. Like I was telling Jake about it, and Jake was like, that nigga ain't from Flint, is he? I was like, no. He was like, because that's some whole ass shit.
Jake knew that nigga wasn't from Flint. It was to be talking like that.
Whole ass shit. And so it's like, you know, I don't know what he wants from me. You know, I don't know what this man wants from me. It is what it is. Like, dude, move on. I don't know what else to tell you with the man part. But that right there, when I went down to City Hall, is because you had an elected official. At the end of the day, I am still a resident. And I happen to be one of her, Councilwoman Burns' constituents. And so when I seen her podcast, and she, you know, she has a nice sized platform that's shown across the nation, and you use it to, you know, like belittle people or try to harass and intimidate people. She came after me, Trevor, Mickey, Tony, James, shit. Like, these are residents of the city of Flint. You are public officials, so you telling people if they want to see this intimate exchange or whatever you want to call it between me and this adult, you know, that's sent her everything, which I know he didn't, because if she would have seen everything, she would have been like, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. And he ain't telling what he done did. You know, he done sent his little flicky flacker all around the damn United States. But for her to do that, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see it, call me and I'll send it to you. Wah, 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 wah. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? Like, I really? Like, you 55, 56. Like, why? We should be past that shit. We adults. Like, I've never seen where people so worried about who in somebody's bedroom before in my life, because I never cared. Like, I can't tell you one person, well, maybe one, but I can't tell you two people that she done been with, because I don't care. And even after she said all of that shit about me, I still ain't went out trying to, oh, well, she did it to me, I'm gonna do it to her. No, because I don't give a fuck. Like, do you, lady? But it's getting a little weird now, because he done ran to her and he a moderator on her platform, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But hey, he will cash app you, so get that money, girl. That's all I can tell you.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Bro, I'm turning around there. Come on. When I get parked tonight, I'm going to the truck stop show. And all the real truckers know the pod on the back road. I can pick up from fat, tall, skinny to pigeon toe. Baby, let me check my wallet before you put on your clothes. Baby, you can't ride with me. You just a truck stop hoe. She begging me to stay, but she know I got to go. Baby, I got a ride, and you belong to the truck stop store.
Yeah, man. But hey, inquiring minds want to know, was new cash apps worth it? Was it a lot? We want to know.
I don't kiss and tell.
Right.
She said she got the cash app receipts. So I'm
well,
like,
you can ask this though. You can answer this though. Was it worth it for all the bullshit you went through?
It was worth it, because it was a lesson. It was a lesson for me. I was just getting out of marriage. I'm F-R-E-E, fuck, nigga free. I was doing my thing, but you got to be careful. I got to make better decisions, and that was a poor decision, but it was a lesson learned. So yeah, I don't regret anything, that any path I've chosen in my life or anything that I've done. Everything is always a lesson. So it is what it is. You can't embarrass me about it. You're not gonna hold it over my head. I'm gonna tell my story before you tell it. So
right,
it is what it is. It's always three sides: mine, his, and the truth. You pick one. It don't really matter to me.
Right. So you divorced now, right? So how was single life treating you? And do you regret getting divorced, or are you living your life like it's golden?
I'm living my life like it's golden. And single life has it has its days. I'm not gonna say every day has been roses, because every day has not been. It's really been some tough times. It's been challenging. I wasn't prepared. Nobody gets married to get divorced. So I wasn't prepared for that. I was with this man for 16 years. We was married for 15. So that's a long time, to be with somebody these days. So of course, it was challenging. It was difficult. But now, I had to say, somebody has to be the bigger person. And at this point, we are co-parenting. We are starting to, talk and get it together, because the kids come first, not in a relationship at the moment, it's I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Right. Okay. Be honest, right? Tell the truth. What was your first thoughts of Jedediah Brown and Johnny G versus your thoughts of them now today? How did you yeah, that's it right there. When you first met them, and that's your thoughts of both of them today? Has it changed any?
Oh yeah, definitely. So that comes into my maturity part of doing this. I used to listen. I would be quick to respond. And so, somebody send you something, I take it and run with it. Oh. And I found this out about him without knowing the backstory, without even knowing who he was. Because I knew the other side of the family of Eric Mays. And so it's like, pick a side, whose side you on, this side or that side. So, I was with them over here and blah, 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 blah. And he's doing this and he doing that. And he said this about people. What he said was wrong. Absolutely. It was wrong. we talked it out. You know, people was like, well, you didn't ask them on the show. No, I do a podcast. I don't do a reality show. So a lot of my conversations, I didn't feel like needed to be public. It was a private conversation that him and I had. And, you know, if you trust my word, then you know that I'm not going to lead people in the wrong direction. So my view of him now is the same as it was. He's an asshole. Johnny's an asshole. But I love John. He's turned out to be a good friend. And he's very giving, almost too giving at times. And I tell John all the time, keep your money in your pocket. Because here they will drain you, or at least try to. And if somebody is truly your friend, you don't let people take advantage of them. And sometimes I see where, like, Johnny, nah, dog, they're trying to work you, John. No, we can't roll with that one. And we have grown into that relationship where he does, he respects my decision, and I respect his. And sometimes we may cuss each other out, and he has that right to, because we in that space now where he can do that and not cuss him out too all the time. Jed, when Jed first came along, I didn't know anything about him. Somebody had wanted me to interview him, and I was like, I don't know him. I didn't know anything about Dalton, never heard of Jedediah Brown before. And so I started to, we like Flint, Dalton was like sister cities in the podcast world. And so the more I started listening to what was going on in Dalton, I found out more about Jedediah Brown. So I didn't really form an opinion of him first, other than the fact that I was trying to put him in a category with a lot of other people that have been to Flint, like Jesse Jackson, Ben, all of these people that come in from out of town, and we don't see no results. And then they leave with a nice fat check that could have been spent useful in the community. But Jed, when he came here, he didn't really know anything about Flint. He's still learning. He's still learning. Trust me, he's still learning. I see it every day. He's still learning, and he got a lot to learn about Flint. But he'll learn. And like I told him on air and off air, I don't tell you who you can and cannot talk to. I don't care who you associate with, because in due time, you will make your own decisions. You will find out. You will find out. So I leave that totally up to him. Jed is a good guy. He's very energetic. He knows how to work the room, work his crowd. He is good at what he does. And for that, I got to give him his flowers.
Okay. Okay, back to Johnny G.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me play this clip. Excuse the messenger that's delivering it, but here you go.
It's a vast difference between somebody calling you a black nigga bitch and a bitch. And it's a vast difference between somebody calling you a black nigga bitch and a bitch.
What was your thoughts on that, Johnny G?
Next question.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Next question.
All right, I got you. I got you. You threw me off on that one. Okay.
I'm just saying, like.
Okay, I got you. Let's move on. Okay. So, how did you feel? No. We're gonna do this one. All right. Was you and Eric Mays? I think I heard you say this before. State about this before. Was you and Eric Mays the best of friends when he passed away? And be honest, because there's a lot of people that's lying on their relationship with and a dead man can't talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, man. They run her lying about their relationship with Unc, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't respond.
Absolutely, I agree. Mickey and I had this conversation when we first was gonna start the bump, because Eric Mays was at the height of social media popularity. Nicki Minaj was put her in her Instagram story, and she got over 147 million followers. So he was really up there. He was big. So I told Mickey, I said, I don't want to base what we're doing off of Eric Mays. Never knew, that his time and here on earth was going to be cut short. I said, but because if we build everything we got around Eric Mays, what if he don't run for council anymore? Or, what if he don't want to do this? Then what are we going to talk about? A lot of people did that. So when he passed away, I said, live on my podcast, I said, I'm not going to get on here crying, slinging snot, because Eric and I were not the best of friends. Hell, me and Eric used to do a show, and Mickey would look at both of us to see were we going to speak or was he going to get up and walk out. Like, that's how me and Eric was. Eric, like, as soon as Sheldon raised his hand and was sworn in 2019, boom, he flipped the switch on my ass. He was like, I don't like none of y'all no more. I was like, damn, like, what happened? Because, we used to engage on Facebook and everything. And Eric worked for over 40 years with my big sister, Christine Brown, Red Snapper. Shouts out to her. Oh, I forgot to send her the show tonight. And he worked with her for years and years and years. And so we actually had came on the show and said, we were not close with Eric. We're not going to sit up here and pretend to be, because that's fake as hell. I am not fake. I'm never going to be fake. If I don't want to answer, I ain't going to say it. If I said it, I did. I got to stand on it. It is what it is. But no, we weren't close at all. We had one conversation on the phone that was 3 hours long, when somebody had opened up a GoFundMe, a $300,000 GoFundMe in my name for Eric Mays. I'm like, he was like, somebody said you did this.
Y'all said, hey, what did y'all say? I did that shit.
Yes,
I will keep it 100. Hey, look, we're going to keep it 100 tonight. Y'all said I did that shit.
You had the cash apps.
Yeah, but but you know how that went. But yeah, but it's a whole bunch of things coming out now. But I had want to ask you that because it's a lot of people, clout chasing off Eric name, and they were such great friends.
Yeah,
they ain't give all these such great friends ain't give a damn nickel on that damn mirror I put up. But they great friends and shit. There's only one person on city council that gave to the mural, and that was the people calling the worst council person. It was Leon LLME, and he gave me a substantial amount. You know what I'm saying? Not to disclose his business, but everybody was Eric friend though. Come on, man. So I respect your answer. You know what I'm saying? You kept it 100.
All these people that's talking about they Eric friend that don't like the Lento Law Group now, y'all was some hell of a friends. Not to tell them y'all didn't like the people that he was close to. Absolutely. I don't want no friends. Don't wait till I died and tell me they wasn't no good. She shouldn't have never been around them. Tell me why I'm breathing. I would appreciate that if you call yourself my friend.
We don't want no friends like that.
No. And all of these people, Eric chose me. Eric said he wanted me to run in the first ward. You got like 20 damn people that just said that Eric just going around just telling everybody in the first ward, I want you to run. I mean, from my point of view, I didn't think Eric was planning on checking out no time soon. So that just blew my mind. So you'll never see me get on here crying like, oh, I talk to Eric every day. Did not. Eric and I half the time couldn't stand each other, especially when I was trying to get on that on the Bishop Airport board. She stay in Grand Blanc. I ain't vote for nobody to live in Grand Blanc. And how you running the politics page? You stay in Grand Blanc. Oh, Eric and I hated each other. He said I had posted a picture of him that I just reshared it that Tony had posted it actually, and Tony went on there and said that he did it, of a white man in a wheelchair. And Eric, swear to God, that was him. I was like, Eric, this ain't even you, man. You know you ain't white with no people out here. But yeah, that's how our relationship was. We did not get along. I would pop up. I used to be downstairs in Neely's office watching the damn council meetings. When I was trying to get on the board, this is Santino and Kate Fields, Allen and Eva days. Monica Galloway, and I would come upstairs. Do you see, there she go, because she was downstairs in the mayor's office. So no, Eric did not like my ass, and I didn't like him, and we just grew on each other.
I respect it. Hey, look, right. So I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures. I want you to capture them. You ain't got no words.
So that's our friend Tia, Tia Austin. What
your
I can
friend,
say about
that's your friend.
I can say about Tia, you gotta be. You see, Facebook got a lot of people minds messed up. You know, with friends, Facebook friends. They should have just said blue app people instead of friends because everybody think they're your friend. I think that Tia she has a passion for Flint. She's been to Flint. She's been to a council meeting. I seen her. I seen her at a council meeting down there. She had on a jacket. She's shorter than me. She had on a jacket. She had on a mask, and she had her hood on. The reason why I know it was her, because what I was doing at that time, you had to be standing right there with me. And I remember her stopping me, and she actually told me back then, like, I stopped you. When you was trying to catch Quincy getting on that elevator, when you was trying to catch Quincy, nobody knew that but that little lady that was standing in front of me. And when I thought back, I'm like, damn, that was you. I think Tia is misinformed on a lot of things. And I say that because when you talk to too many people, this, that one, her, him, Bill, Bobby, Michael, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, when you talk to too many people, you get misinformed quickly. Because, and not being from here, you are forced to make an opinion based on somebody else's opinion. So that's how I would describe her.
Hey, we got a question from Donnell Meredith. He said, question for Wyntis. Did you have a friendship with Eva Worthing when she got elected? I remember you stated she would ask you how should she value on resolutions.
Vote on resolutions, yes, absolutely. Eva and I were friends. Eva, Tony Wiggins, myself, and my ex-aunt-in-law, Florinda Lee Hall, we would text every meeting for about, what would you say, Tony, about 3 years? But it wasn't that bad because, Eva didn't go to no meetings. Her stomach was hurting, her head was hurting. We'd be like, what's going to be wrong with her today? That she's not going to go to the damn meeting. But they would be talking or she would be doing something and somebody, out of that chat group would be watching and she's like, oh no, what did I miss? We'd be like, vote no, vote yes. And so she would do it. But yes, I did consider Eva a friend at one time.
All right. Caption this picture right here.
Uncle Carl, I'm not dry stitching. Tony told it.
What you feel about that picture?
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
I say it probably smell like earring backs and pork chops.
My hair ain't too dry, is it? They hair dry. They need some products, some good Just Oil from the 937. They need to hit her up. Just Oil Hair and Body Solutions. Get a little something, some little juice, for the hair, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you want me to say about them. Like.
Oh no, I caption it. It's cool though.
Oh, I could go from one end to the spectrum to the other. I mean, if we start with I just don't like their hair. I don't like none of them hair. Their hair look like cats done licked it.
Wow.
But you know, each its own. They may have somebody that like it. It ain't for me. I don't buy their clothes. So
Right.
shit, if you
Absolutely.
like it, let them wear that shit. I don't care.
Right.
Politically, I'm sure you got some questions for me coming up about
Oh
this.
yeah. We got we got a game coming up in a minute.
And then the ambassador lady in there. I mean, that whole picture just
Yeah. That's a hell of a picture, I'll tell you that. Hey, so how did you feel when Flint After Dark, A1L Media was at odds and bickering at one another? How did you feel about that situation? Because now that I look back on it, it really didn't have no value.
It didn't. It didn't. I think that's another one in the maturity box where you can't let people influence you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got two different styles that we bring. We have two different platforms. We reach two different audiences. Again, if we're fighting for the same goal, it shouldn't matter. You know, it shouldn't matter. We got different styles, how we do stuff. And I think you're great at I love your bobbleheads, your graphics, and all of the stuff that you do. You are funny and witty. I really like the energy that you bring to your podcast. So I think it was a waste of time when A10 was bickering, with Flint After Dark. It really was a waste of time. And people were, it was a lot of people in the mix of that situation. And at some point, me and Mickey had to step back. Thank God you stepped back. And, we cut the grass and we were able to see each other clearly. So that's how I feel.
Man, and that clubhouse was a mess.
Yes, it was. It was a damn.
I talked to Desmond too.
Did you? Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you talked to him.
Yeah. That clubhouse was a mess, boy.
Yes, it was. And I wasn't in there a lot, I would always fall asleep or whatever. And but yeah, it was a mess. Clubhouse had to go.
Right. So okay. I got a little game for us. I'm gonna say two names.
Okay.
And you gotta pick them.
Okay.
Ain't no plead the fifth. Okay. Ain't no next question.
Okay.
You gotta answer it. Okay. You're in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Tanya Burns or Jerry Winfrey Carter?
Jerry Winfrey Carter.
Jonathan Jarrett or Dennis the Menace Pfeiffer?
Jonathan Jarrett.
Auntie Shotgun Judy Priestley or CC from the Seas, Candace Mouchette?
Candace.
Okay. Lion Ass Liddell or Leon?
Leon.
Okay. Neely, Banana Bread, Neely, or Dr. Weaver? That's a good one, ain't it?
That's a good one. Because you got to consider everything, right?
Right.
Shit.
You want to come back to that?
I'm weighing everything.
Okay.
I'm weighing the people. Now, are we talking about politically, or are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking politically. Yeah, we speaking politically only. Cause it'd be a way different ball game. We was talking
personally.
Personally, hell yeah.
politically savvy.
As her T-Wig said, I was spacing the questions out. That's your sister now, T-Wig.
No, I'm thinking like when I'm thinking politically and politically savvy, Neely.
Okay. Sheriff Swanson or Chief Green?
Swanson.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on. My little screen went out. Okay. Rich Jones or AC Dumas?
Shit. Rich Jones.
That ambassador lady, LaShawn, and I don't even think he in it no more, but I'm gonna say his name. The Kerry dude, they voted in at first. I don't know what happened to him. LaShawn or Kerry, which one?
I don't know what an ambassador is.
Right.
So
okay, I got it.
I don't know what an ambassador is.
So that's your answer?
I don't know what I can't pick
okay.
from because I don't know what an ambassador is supposed to do. So
okay.
I can't put her in no category.
Okay. Now, as far as the activism go, I got it's just my honest opinion. I got Auntie Claire McClinton or the lovely Miss Rose Morrow.
Miss Claire McClinton, and I don't think Rose would mind coming in second to Miss Claire McClinton.
Right, it's no disrespect because I put both of them on a high pedestal when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, when doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So either one you can't go wrong.
Right.
You know?
I think Miss Rose would be honored to be in the same category with Miss Claire McClinton.
Exactly. The new House of Brink or the Mays Center?
The new House of Brink.
Okay. I'm sorry we got to relive this, but Tia Austin or PG Trick Driver.
Tia Austin.
Okay.
I'll never pick that ass again.
Okay. I got some pastors. The Martin dude or the Flynn dude?
You called them pastors.
I mean, that's their title, right?
Chris Martin, a bishop. Church of God.
Bishop. Okay.
Reggie with the Baptists.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with Reggie because I'm a Baptist. That's the only reason why I'm going with Reggie, because I don't like neither one of them.
Okay. Black Lives Matter or NAACP?
Black Lives Matter.
Wow. I'm calling the wire. Okay, this is a good one right here. But this gonna probably be the easiest one of the night. Wyntis Hall or John Snow?
Maybe. He in the category. I'm in the category all by myself.
Okay, all right. I take that as an answer. Okay, I got one for you. You're gonna have to think on this one.
Okay.
Well, you might not. The Lentos Law Group or Jedediah Brown, the NIA.
INA.
Okay.
Investigating advocate. Lento. Because Jedediah, you still ain't paid us our damn money. And I'm gonna issue a no-fly zone on your ass because you were supposed to match our $355 now. You got 24 hours from the time.
Hold on. Who you put a no-fly zone on, Wyntis?
Jedediah.
Hey, Jedediah. Hey, hold on. Let me say this, Wyntis. Hey, Jedediah, you got your 24-hour notice right here from the Snow Show. You got the 24-hour notice. Be in Wyntis Hall. Shit. Oh yeah. Well, so what you? Okay, you got through that. You got through that. Congratulations. So what you think about Dope House Gate? The Jedediah been spread around. Dope. You know, he said the pastor was slanging dope out the back door. What you think about that?
What pastor and where did he say this at? Because
he said it on his platform.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You see?
He said dogs allegedly slanging rocks. Well, he didn't say rocks. I added that part. He said dope.
Oh, well, I mean, he said allegedly, so I don't know if he was joking. I would have to see it. I haven't seen it. But it was Pastor Thompson that he was talking about.
Yeah. The dude, the guy at the Pasadena. Yeah, I mean not Pasadena on DuPont. Yeah, on DuPont.
He don't look like he didn't ever up a box of baking soda and boil no water. You know, if that's how they do it.
Hey, what you say? You say he don't look like he turned 1 into 2, huh?
No, he don't look like he want to roll no blood or nothing like that. I'm just saying he don't. No, that's a lie. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. That was just bad information that Jay got.
Right. Well, I don't know though, but so I heard the dude, the Trotter, what's his name? Is that a pastor, the Trotter guy? He came from Chicago. I heard he said Jed should apologize. That's what I've been hearing. What's your thoughts on that?
Bishop Trotter and Jed have a magnificent relationship, like a father-son relationship. And Bishop Trotter is close to a couple of people that are very, very close to Jed. So I'm sure before he said that he probably already has told Jedediah Brown that. And I'm almost positive that Jed, he will. If he was wrong about something, he will. He ain't gonna have no problem apologizing.
So how you feel about the people? There's a lot of people that don't want Jedediah here. How you feel about that? I mean, because you can't keep beating a dead horse. I mean, people stand around with their hand in their pocket, and how long we gotta wait for somebody to come help us out? You know what I mean? So how you feel about that? Because the other day on y'all platform, it sounded like Jed was really want to pack his bags and leave.
Right. I think at that point he had got discouraged, like he was trying to just navigate his way around here, and people were laying traps for him, and he was running into brick walls, and it was horrible. It was just horrible. What was the first part of the question here?
Y'all hit that like button, please.
Yeah, get them likes up. We got over 100 people watching. Get them likes up. What was the question?
No, I had asked you. I said, how did you feel about a lot of people?
Oh,
don't want Jed here. Yeah,
the people that don't want Jed here, they don't want change. They don't, or either they don't want to be exposed. I mean, this corruption runs deep, and I think like I always say, you got to ask yourself the question why they don't want him here. If we all want Flint to be fixed, it shouldn't matter, who comes in. Like I said earlier, Jed brings a different energy, a different vibe that we haven't felt down in the council chambers in a long time. So if he can come in and get the people motivated to coming down there again, and we can start coming together for the same common goal, it would be great for Flint. So you really got to ask yourself, why don't people want him here? And the people that don't want him here, why? It's not, and sometimes we got to put us, our own selfish egos to the side, and again, put the residents first.
I can answer that question though. 2 words: gatekeepers. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. that's like you say, people don't want to see change in Flint for the better.
Right.
They want it to stay in disarray like it is. They want to stay in panic mode. You know what I mean? They don't want it to be right. They want to gatekeep. No, make this a no-fly zone type shit. So that's just my opinion of it.
Absolutely.
But hey, I'm all for whoever gonna come try to help this raggedy city. I ain't gonna even lie. So
right.
You know what I mean? I'm all for it.
Where our help comes from. That's just dumb.
Yeah, we can't help where our current help come from. Because I remember I was talking to this guy, and he was like, "Man, your support gonna come from people you don't even know.
True.
You don't even know them at this point. The people that's gonna support you, because the people that you know not gonna support you.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Hell
very
yeah,
true.
that's true.
I mean, you
know
can see how we started out with the Lento law firm, and I'd be damned if it wasn't for them. First of all, shouts out to Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, candidate for the 3rd Ward for Flint City Council. Everybody in Flint know me, okay? Mickey got a big ass family, so we couldn't hardly get any help. I mean, our help came from people that you wouldn't even imagine for a 10-day last year. Shouts out to the Lawrence E. Moon Funeral Home. You know what I'm saying? The McCree Theater, people that we never thought would help us. Sheriff Swanson. I can't remember the store up there, Mr. Z's, Zuzu's, I think that's the store. If I forget anybody, charge it to my head and not my heart, but most of all, the Lento Law Firm, they did a significant donation to a 10-day last year. And like you said, we cannot choose where our help comes from.
No, we can't, because I can't sell 2 books in Flint, but I got Texas. I'm loaded. I'm heavy in Texas. I'm heavy in California. I'm heavy in Arizona, Florida. My guys, Haitians up in New York holding me down. I can sell books all over the United States of America, but not in Flint.
Right.
They don't support none, you know what I mean? None of my books. I can't sell 2 books in Tennessee County.
And that's a shame, because it's like we will go to Detroit and support somebody before we support somebody here in Flint. And it's always been like that. It's always been like that. And I don't know why.
Yeah. That ain't to clear it up. That ain't just Flint, Michigan. That's like I be hearing, people just say Dallas don't support their own. You know what I mean? But you got people out of town support. I guess that's just the makeup of people in your city. You know what I mean? Your support come from just ask Ready for the World, Dayton family. All you know what I'm saying? They had local support too, but they real support came from far places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the makeup. That's just the makeup, I guess. But Miss Beverly Biggs Levy. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it, Miss Bear. They sabotaging you with the friendly tactics. Just cut your grass, keep your grass cut.
Absolutely. Great advice.
And see another thing about Miss Bear. This my honest opinion why they don't want her in there. Because people ask me all the time. Somebody inboxed me on my Front Out the Dark page today, like, why do they don't want Miss Beverly Biggs in there? I told them because she don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying? She can't be bought. She truly for the people. She like in a power position. She don't need nothing. You know what I mean? And they want a person that they could be a rubber stamp that they can slide like a couple crumbs to. They're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They can't control Miss Bell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my opinion.
That's true.
But,
that's very true.
Shout out to Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, 3rd Ward. Both Beverly Biggs Levy, May 6th.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you got any closing remarks?
I would just like to thank you, Snow. I thought you did a great job tonight. My very first interview. I was nervous. I was nervous. I didn't know what you was gonna ask. I didn't know what was gonna come out of your mouth. So I was a little nervous at first, but thank you for just giving me the opportunity to just answer any questions that you may have. I want to thank your platform, Flint After Dark. Also everybody that came from ATN over here to watch. Subscribe to and support John. Like I said, nobody can be me. I'm not trying to be him. He's not trying to be me. We got two different styles. We need to learn how to support each other.
Hey, Wood, just RJ Cat say stay away from that Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
But on the real though, like you said, we got two totally different styles, and but I always told you was one of the top, if not the best interviewer in Flint, Michigan.
Thank
you know what I mean? And I'm standing on that, and I appreciate you for coming on the platform. The other day you hit me like, I'm ready for the interview. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And I dropped what I was doing and put it together in like 2 days. So, it's a lot of other stuff I wanted to do, but I ain't, so we'll come back and do a part 2. And this time we're gonna get it for real. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate Mickey, man, and Trevor. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, all that bickering and stuff we was doing was what didn't have no value. And like you said, we learned, we moved on. And like you said, it's a part of taking accountability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I already know what I'm gonna say, but I appreciate you, Wyntis, and shit. We out of here.
We're falling for the smoke and mirror, banana in the tailpipe bullshit. I took your line.
You gotta let me say it, Wyntis. You gotta let me say it. You already know what I'm gonna say, right? These white people playing chess, they ain't playing checkers.
Right.
We speak for the streets. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, smoking mirrors bullshit. I don't know nothing about making America great again, but we're gonna make the hood great again.
Right.
We out of here. Peace.
Thank you.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Ray, you gone crazy. You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets. Yeah.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
I'm from Flint, Flint. Fight like it's no tomorrow, motherfucker.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
That was fun.
Yeah. Thinking to myself like, what the fuck is going on? Asking God for help like, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? He ain't giving me no answers, I figured it out myself. Got tired of asking questions, I'm tired of looking for help. Man, I can't win for losing, I'm steady taking these losses. Had to bury greed and chinks, same week, 2 different coffins. Man, that shit'll traumatize you when it ain't trying to. Everybody shedding tears, you trying not to cry too. They say they feel my pain, but they don't know how much I'm hurting. Mama told me pray, it usually help, but it ain't working. Just to numb this pain, I'm popping Perkins by the 30s.